So just taking a quick look at Byte then on our daily time frame. As you can see, we are shaping up for another move to the upside, just like we have seen in the past. Every single Byte comes in and makes a nice little descending resistance. We do often see a really nice push to the upside for it. I mean, you could argue that this initial push to the upside here is much the same thing, really. Pretty much every single time, as you can see on this chart, that we have made a little descending resistance for Byte. We've had a breakout, back test, and a nice continuation. You can see here the launch price. We come down, make a nice area of support here. We break out, consolidate, back test, push up for a new all-time high. Back test here, breakout, pump, and then come down for a bit more of a healthy retrace here, back down into this good area of demand. We break out, run all the way up to a nice new all-time high here. We form this nice resistance line as well, as you can see up here. And then recently, with a bit more of a prolonged retracement with Bitcoin obviously looking quite bearish, we saw the whole market declining, which is fair enough. You can see here for Byte, we're coming down, obviously making resistance. We finally come into that area of demand again, and you can see here just starting now to look like we might be breaking out, consolidating at the very least at these lows, waiting for that big move to the upside for Byte. As I've said, I do think a 5 or 10x from this price here up to the resistance line is not unlikely at all, up to around this 1,000th of a cent or 2,000th of a cent level, you would say, which would be a nice 10x-ish from the current price, and very achievable when you've seen these previous moves and what they do off these lows. You can see this previous move here. This was around a 5x, 6x off the lows here. This one here, we've got a nice little 50% pump. This one here was a nice 3x off the lows, and you can see here with the prolonged downtrend consolidation accumulation down here. I do think once we get into altcoin season, we'll come up, make a new all-time high, swing high, and probably come up, test that resistance before another retracement, which would be a nice 10x from the current price. So very interesting times ahead for Byte. This thing is shaping up lovely. Let's see what we can do going into altcoin season over the next few months potentially.